I spent 100 days in Subnautica, an underwater adventure game set on a mysterious alien planet. After crash landing, I'm left with no choice but to dive deep, gather resources, and upgrade my equipment in a desperate attempt to survive. Join me as I explore the depths of the ocean, unravel the secrets of this alien world, and search for a way to escape. Will I manage to survive alone in this mysterious planet? Or will the lurking sea monsters claim me first? This is 100 Days in Subnautica. So we have crash landed on an alien planet. And for now, I think my first mission would be to extinguish this fire. After that was done, I booted up my iPad and it told me about my current health condition, which is a minor head trauma. That sounds pretty fine, I guess. So I decided to check out where I crash landed, and as I went out, I saw some creature just flying over, and look at that giant ship we came from. Oh my god. And seems like the world is covered in water. Like there's no land. Zero human life. So for now, I checked whatever was inside my escape shuttle. I'm not sure what to call this. So it's escape shuttle it is. Anyways, we needed something like a repair kit in order to repair everything that's broken inside here. And there's this thing called the fabricator. It's where we craft a bunch of gears and resource and other stuff. I'm still learning the ropes of what I should be doing here. But anyways, decided to take a dive at the sea. See what I can harvest right here. There are a bunch of corals, acid mushrooms. Since I can pick them up, I picked a lot of them. Also, I got some creature eggs. I'm not sure how I'm gonna hatch this, but I got some eggs. I also found some metal salvage, but I noticed how low my oxygen amount is. I think I need an oxygen tank, but I guess I won't be getting an upgrade soon because I don't really have any materials for it. So for now, I'll try and look for a lot of stuff in the ocean like this thing. I got myself like copper ore. I kind of have a fear in the sea because you don't know what's lurking down here. But good thing we're on a shallow part of the sea. Imagine if this was the deep ocean. You'd never know what would eat you from below. I also found these things that are making this giant rock float. It's called the floaters. It's just interesting to pick up, so I pick up everything. I have some inventory space anyways. I also pick up a boomerang fish. An actual boomerang. Oh my god, looks cool. I would like to try and throw it, but anyways, I continued gathering fishes as I needed sustenance. As my food bar is getting low. If you notice the left side and the lower part, the apple or the yellow colored bar is the food bar. I also saw some wreckage just nearby my base. And I saw this gav trap fragment. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I think all the fishes are scared right now as I have a boomerang on my hand. I also found something like a sea glide fragment. I can't really do anything right now. I don't have the tools aside from the fire extinguisher. But aside from that, all I have are the resources I have picked up in the ocean. I then found this forest-like biome. It's called the kelp forest. And these are basically kelps. I think kelps are seaweed. It's actually my first time now seeing a big fish. And I think it's, you know, aggressive because it roared at me. How can you roar at the sea? After going back to my temporary base, I made myself a scanner and a flashlight. And looking at the recipes, it seems I can make filtered water out of the bladder fishes. I guess that's why it's called a bladder fish. For the fishes that I have cooked, I ate them all because I was hungry. Everything looked really pretty at night, but at the same time, it's also very scary because it's so dark and I can't see anything. But I needed to gather material because, you know, I really want that repair thing so I can repair my ship. or my shuttle. So I just did my best to gather everything that I can find around me. I also tried out the scanner. It seems when I scan something, I get information about it. So it seems that scanning stuff like the Gav
30
trap
seconds.
fragment, the Sea Glide fragment, or other fragments or things in this game, I can get a recipe once it reaches like 100%. So after scanning this second Sea Glide fragment, I have the recipe to make
Need
a
to
Sea
equip
Glide
and
now.
wired.
Cool. I saw this really dark cave. It's like there's flowers where there are actually aggressive
Survival
fish. I
pack
tried to run
small.
away, but they
Continue to
exploded on
monitor.
my face. Good thing I survived that. I then went to the kelp forest as I needed the creep vine seeds or the seed cluster. Yeah. I needed to make some lubricant and silicon from these. By getting those two, I can now make an air bladder and a hunting knife. Alright, if you notice that my oxygen is actually 75
Weapons were
now,
removed from
I
Stasis
already made
survival
myself
blueprints
a
following the
oxygen
massacre
tank.
on Abraxas.
With leftover silicon, I made some fins, which would improve my swimming. Feeling brave, I ventured to the inside of this cave. I was looking for more copper ores, titanium, and some lead. So I got some silver
Be
out of
advised,
these
a
rocks
common
down here.
complication for cave
Crazy. I'll
divers
be
is
needing
loss
it
of
to make like
orientation,
wires and
followed
stuff.
by eventual loss.
So with the knife that I have, I can now fight back if these things decide to bite me. Like, yeah, taste my knife. Bite me more. But actually, no. So this is how the air bladder works. It basically has a lot of oxygen that will help me like ascend towards the surface if I'm running out of oxygen. It's very useful, honestly. If ever it beeps like I'm running out of oxygen, I can just whip out my air bladder and whoosh, we're above. Let's go. And it's easily refillable as we reach the surface. It refills by itself. So nothing to think about, just use it. Upon returning to base, it seems I had enough materials to make the sea glide. I'm so excited to use this. They should make my exploration much faster. And since my inventory was getting full and fuller, I made some water lockers so I can place some random items outside. They're just lockers that when you throw it out in the ocean, they stay in place. So you can store like stuff you don't need in your inventory right now, like a bunch of randoms, like these salvage metal. So this is the Sea Glide in action. Look how fast we move right now. I do hate the map though, so I rarely use it. I mostly toggle it off. So yeah, gathering materials now with the Sea Glider became much faster. Moving around became much faster. Escaping big monsters became much faster. Everything is much faster. So it's like godsend to have this thing. I eventually found this red grass area. This place is called the Grassy Plateau. Was too scared to explore there right now. I'm still looking for a bunch of rocks at the side of the kelp forest for now. I then crafted myself a high capacity oxygen tank, increasing my oxygen to 135. It seems that in order to make a computer chip that can then make the habitat builder, I just need some table coral. And table coral is actually not that rare, it's just nearby me. I then found some fragments for a laser cutter. I also realized that I could cut these creep vines with my knife and I can make something like a fiber mesh. So the days have been spent just exploring whatever was nearby and crafting a bunch of random stuff. I then crafted myself a diving helmet called the Rebreather. It basically circulates the CO2 and turn it to oxygen on my face. I think that's how I understood it. And it seems like these exploding fishes actually had like cave sulfur on their nest. So I ran away the moment the fish came out of its little cave, I guess, and grabbed the sulfur. And with the sulfur obtained, I can now make the repair tool. I can finally start repairing the base. So I repaired everything that I could find that needs repairing, restoring power and the functionality of the temporary base. And with the radio fix, I can now play messages that like other ships contacted me. I then made even more waterproof lockers as my inventory was full. I found this really curious cave that had like some pink jellyfish, or actually tentacles. I'm pretty sure these things will sting me because they look like jellyfish tentacles. So I tried exploring whatever was inside, but it always scares me because I don't know, I'm afraid of the deep unknown, whatever is down here. I couldn't really find anything aside from the quartz. So I left after like looting a bunch of quartz. While I was casually exploring the sea, I had an announcement that the reactor will reach a supercritical state. So I'm assuming it's the ship, Aurora. So I used my air bladder to go up because I wanted to see what would happen to the ship.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, it exploded some more. And now it's emitting some radiation. Good thing our little iPad gave us a recipe for a radiation soup. Finally discovered that I can get table coral out of these things that are sticking out. They were actually just very close by. I was thinking that the table corals are rare, but they're very abundant just near my base. First things first, I need to craft the radiation suit before the radiation reaches me. Next, I finally made the habitat builder. Now I can make like an actual base where we can craft tubes and stuff. I don't really have that much recipe right now since we're just starting. And I'm not sure how I can make my base. I guess 2 tubings would be enough to make a base, I guess. But we don't really have like a large area base thingy. I then received some radio message, so I played it.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
A grim-looking snake thing. Scary. I made a really simple base of some tubings. And with a hatch, I can finally enter it. This is what the inside looks like. I would need to put a solar panel and something that would give oxygen to my base. So I wanted to expand my base a bit as it felt like it was really small. Honestly, when building this wasn't my intention, but I just wanted the rooms to be connected to each other. So I think this is the best way to connect the base. After setting up the solar panel and oxygen pump, it was time to check our base. And yeah, it's really big inside. So spacious. Let's go. This is good enough. I'm going to be placing a lot of lockers on the side. So whenever I enter this space, I can just slap in all the items I've gathered. I also tried decorating my base, like putting windows on it. But the moment I did this, suddenly like the hull couldn't stand it and my base was like, you know, being broken inside. The base was suddenly being flooded in water, and I guess the hull couldn't withstand the pressure because everything was a weak part. I decided to deconstruct the windows for now and repair everything with my repair kit. And once that was done, the system was back and operational, and it will drain the water for us. I needed to reinforce the walls of this base, but I didn't really have the materials to reinforce it yet. So for now, I guess no glass. So checking my radio again, I got another message.
We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PD.
Alright, so we have a goal now. We need to check those signals and whatever is there. While I was on my way, I saw these glowing jellyfish. Interesting. I'm currently at the grassy plateau, and there are a bunch of these giant monsters above. I'm just happy that they don't attack us because they look really scary. Imagine if they dive and ate us. So I found the wreckage and I grabbed a bunch of fragments lying around. I mean, scanned them. I now have unlocked the recipe for a Seamoth. It looks really cool. I guess we have a ship now, or a
Integrating the
water
PDA
car,
data.
a Seamoth. And while looking around, I found another wreckage right here. I wanted to explore the entirety of the ship and gather all the recipes I can, but I was so distracted by this random fish. I don't know what it's doing. Anyways, time to explore the ship. It's honestly really hard to just, casually explore this place as my oxygen is really low. Like, I can only stay in water for a few seconds or a minute or two. And going down is a pain in the butt. But good thing we have our air, our air bladder item thingy that we can go up very fast. So inside were things like the data terminal. I'm not sure what it does, but I just downloaded all the data I had. I also scanned a bunch of fragments like the modification station, the mobile vehicle bay, a new tool called the propulsion cannon. And I really thought I was a goner here because for some reason I'm stuck and couldn't get out of the ship. I tried my hardest to leave, but finally it took a while. Everything was blackening out. I used my air bladder and thank God. Thank God for this item. It saved our life. It like made us go up very fast. So I continued exploring the ship for other fragments I might be able to find inside. And after it was done, it was time to go home. I also received another radio message, but for now I'm very curious to the new recipes I got. Since this thing wasn't really aggressive, I decided to explore whatever was behind it. There were things like plants, barnacles. The barnacles are great since they give like ores that I might need. Aside from that, there's really nothing behind them. After getting back from the base, my first thing to do was to listen to the radio call.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
So it seems there's another area of interest again. So I'll be going there once I'm done with my new blueprints. Immediate assistance. Yeah, after I'm done with my items. Not wasting any time, I made the mobile vehicle bay. I guess this is where I can make the Seamoth. So I then went outside to deploy the mobile vehicle bay. And as I was climbing the bay, it seems I didn't have a recipe available yet. What? Available. I guess I didn't scan enough Seamoth fragment to make one. I'm sad. So enough moping around, it was time to go to the next radio signal location I need to go to. I was relieved that I was only at the kelp forest. I'm just glad that it's not anywhere deep because I would be really scared. Upon opening this data box, I got a recipe for a compass. Finally, we can now know where we're going, northwest, east, south. When I got home, I was pretty sad that I couldn't make the compass yet. I was lacking the silver ore to make some wiring kit. Now I decided to interact with the radio as I have another message again.
This is Officer Keen in Life Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded.
Upon checking how deep the Life Pod 19 was, I gave up on it. I couldn't really go deeper than 100 meters for now as I really have a low capacity of oxygen and I don't really have a ship to go down. Not because I was scared or anything. Since I needed some silver ores, I went to these Leviathan-looking monsters and broke some barnacles, since I knew that these things drop like silver ores. I then looked for some Seamoth fragments. I really wanted this ship so I can travel like somewhere deeper. And with this last fragment, I can finally craft the Seamoth at the mobile vehicle bay. I also finally completed the blueprint for the laser cutter. And with enough silver ore, I can finally make the compass. Now, if you see on top of my screen, there's an indicator where I am currently facing now.
This is Avery Quinn of trading ship Sunbeam.
It seems a trading ship called Sunbeam is gonna try and pick us up. But no one's responding to their SOS call. But, well, the Aurora exploded after all. It's finally time to make the Seamoth our sea and space vehicle. If anyone's wondering how I can craft even if the item is not in my inventory, it's because I have a mod called EasyCraft. It'll pull off all the materials I need in my storage. So it will just highlight that I can craft it, but it doesn't show that it's green. If it does show that if I really don't have the item, it doesn't highlight in green. Anyways, we have a Seamoth. Let's go. Now our maximum depth is 200 and we can use this Seamoth to replenish our oxygen if ever we come out like this. For now, I continued salvaging some wrecks. I found a bunch of abandoned PDA and a bunch of data boxes which contained various blueprints. This one had a fin blueprint, the Ultra Glide fin. The Seamoth makes it so easy to breathe air now under the water. I just need to go inside and I can breathe again. So I tried going to the 300-meter deep life pod as I was very curious. Maybe I can just swim down, take the abandoned PDA or something. I saw a bunch of wreck nearby, so I had to drop by for a bit for now. There were new things here and I was very curious and scared at the same time. But that didn't stop me from scanning a bunch of fragments that were just lying around. I can't really go any deeper because if I do, my Seamoth would explode from the pressure. For now, I just went home and crafted myself a propulsion cannon. I then made a modification station. Added both a radio and a medical kit fabricator at my other base. I then got another distress call for Life Pod 13. It was only 175 meters deep, so I should be able to get there with my Seamoth. So I reach a place that looks like mushrooms. So I guess this is the mushroom biome. And the life pod is just right ahead of us. There were these glowing blue fishes just swimming around. I was kind of scared they would attack me, but it was actually friendly. None of them actually tried to attack me. So I grabbed the abandoned PDA and then left. But of course, I checked the area first if there's anything of interest. I thought maybe that these were the kind of rocks I can break and get like ores. But I guess not. Upon exploring some more, I found a wreck. It was time to see what this thing has, like any new fragments or something. I scanned something called the Cyclops hull fragment. So it's actually for a blueprint called the Cyclops, a giant ship. Pretty exciting. For each time the health of my Seamoth gets low, it's really hard for me to go out and repair this thing because I'm scared something will eat me when I'm just repairing outside in this darkness.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you. I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home.
Alright, so Sunbeam now knows the situation and they're coming to help us and get us out. I was looking for some diamond and I thought that maybe the mushroom biome has it. The mushroom biome has something called lithium. I'm not sure how to get the giant ore right here. But anyways, I'm looking for certain dark looking rocks I can break. They usually contain diamonds. But it's kind of hard to find. But I did find some lithium all over here. Maybe I need to search for another place instead. I got another Cyclops fragment here at the mushroom biome. So in this game, there were things like a time capsule. I'm not sure if this is randomized or just part of the game. But I got a gift from Captain Corgi. And inside were a bunch of potato chips and coffee. I continued my search, but it's really hard to find those rocks that I'm looking for. I'm so tempted to going deeper in the ocean, but I'm also very scared that something's gonna eat me. As I continued my search, my iPad informed me about multiple Leviathan class lifeforms in the area. I think I should run away from this place or I'm gonna die. As I was just randomly looking around in a much more safer area, I found a scanner room fragment. 2 out of 3. I actually didn't know I already scanned one. But anyways, there was another wreck here which I wanted to explore. Inside the ship, I got a new recipe for a battery charger. I can now charge the batteries if ever they get depleted from my tools. In the grassy plateau, I found a bioreactor fragment. Even though it was scary, I decided to explore this pointy rock area. Maybe I can find the rocks I need here. There were so many sharks here. I'm not sure what to call them. Sand sharks. And they were very aggressive. They attacked me. And I'm scared. It's like there's no visual that much here. It's pretty deep. But still, I persisted and looked for the rocks. I really need the diamonds so I can make a laser cutter. I just need 2 diamonds and those dark rocks, give them. Honestly, the sharks are really annoying and I'm really scared of them. So I really have to do these quick. I finally have the 2 diamonds I need. So it was time to go home and make the laser cutter.
Signals from life pod will coordinates attached. Warning, life pod has sucked beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
I had another message in my radio. And this thing was pretty far, but it's only 250 meters deep. I think I should be able to do it. I ignored it for now, but I went to an area where I'm not sure where I'm at right now. But I found a ruby. I'm not sure what it's for, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be useful. My goal here was the same as my goal at those places with sharks. It was to look for those dark rocks to get diamonds. I needed more diamonds so I can complete my modification table. I was so happy that I found this place because there were a bunch of these rocks here. I don't know why, but it's like a lot of them here. I should have taken note where it is from the map so I can come back anytime. There was also some uranite crystals and rubies. After I was satisfied with my loot, I took a look around the place. It felt really scary. Oh, I remember this place. I think it was the place where I got the prawn suit arm thingy. I scanned a Moonpool fragment right here. I just needed one more and we'll have some place to park our Seamoth with. I also got a data box which contained a Cyclops depth module MK1. I don't really have a Cyclops right now, but it's always nice to have something in advance, as well as a prawn suit drill arm. And with this last fragment, I can now make myself a Moonpool. It basically charges our ship for us as well inside it. I then went home and crafted the Moonpool. It looks really large, but I guess it's because it's a docking station after all. I also crafted the scanner room. I think it's gonna be very useful. And with an extra diamond on hand, I finally managed to finish the modification station. And now I can make a thermal blade, the ultra glide fin, and some modules. I crafted a thermal blade and look at my glowing knife. It can cook small organisms like fish, so I don't need to cook them in the fabricator. I can just kill them on the go and eat them on the go. Next up, I crafted a battery charger. I can now put my empty batteries here so it can charge by itself. This is what it looks like inside the scanner room. Basically, it's a giant map hologram in the middle and you can pick a certain item, whatever you want to scan, and the camera drones will locate the item for you and it will highlight on your screen as long as you have the chip for an HUD. If I don't have this, then the scan is pretty useless, I guess. Or if I can remember where it is to the scanner drones, then my memory is amazing. I finished up the construction and the Moonpool and tried docking my Seamoth inside. It looks pretty cool when I dock like that. And I'm just happy that this Moonpool can charge our Seamoth. I then crafted the Ultra Glide Fin so I can swim faster. I don't think it's necessary since we have a sea glider, but maybe in a situation where we can't use it, it's gonna be useful. I found this volcano licking thing and I was so curious if I could go in. So I tried like diving in with my Seamoth, but after I saw lava, I left. I thought that it might explode or something. I can see the temperature rising after all. I continued checking the wrecks nearby. Maybe I missed something. Anyways, my goal was to find a lot of new recipes so I can progress with the game. So, because I have the laser cutter now, I can finally open the sealed doors I couldn't before. Next, since it was nearby, I wanted to explore to the life pod number 12. There were a lot of stuff underground, so I was curious where I was, and okay, I was actually close to the Aurora. The one where the radio said that there was a serpent-like thing trying to eat them up. Kinda scary when you think about it. Something about this place just really creeps me out, and I'm really scared to venture out further. Cause like, I'm so scared that it's so dark and like, you know, that warning on the radio. Should I really go there? I'm scared. As I was near the 200-meter, I mean, since my Seamoth can't handle this, I need to swim instead. But should I really? I will probably die because looking at the bottom, there's like a lightning monster. I decided to just run away. Goodbye. Thank you. I'll just go there next time once we have like an upgrade to our Seamoth. I instead continued on checking the wrecks at the shallow shores because yeah, I'm really scared right now. I just really want those upgrades on my Seamoth.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Alright, Sunbeam's gonna save us from this planet. But for now, I tried out the new gab trap that I got from scanning. It's pretty useful to get like a bunch of small fish. It will get like pulled towards the gab trap. And that's really nice since I can just pick them up and they can't run away that far. Moving on, I found a Cyclops engine fragment. We're closer and closer to making the Cyclops. There were a lot of fragments where I was currently. I now have like 2 over 3 of the bridge fragment. I also completed the engine fragment. Just really a few more and we can make the Cyclops. I realized why I've been getting a lot of fragments. I was actually already at Aurora. I should really be careful here because, you know, the giant serpent. I was looking for the entrance to the ship. I just couldn't find it. My heart rate is already racing because I saw signs of the giant lizard or the giant serpent that tried to attack the ship. I was like, nope, I had to run away. Everything was shaking. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I should really run away. But for now, I think it's better if I repaired my Seamoth. If ever it comes back, it shouldn't be able to one-shot our ship. And finally, after looking for a while at Aurora, I finally found what looks like an entrance. I can finally explore the ship and salvage whatever is left behind for me to check. I was so glad to have the propulsion cannon as I could like remove all the debris that's like covering Aurora. I also have the fire extinguisher I always had from the start of the game, so I can extinguish the fires easily. I downloaded a bunch of data inside the Aurora that might be useful for my survival. I encountered a bunch of doors with codes, but no problem, we got the data bank for it. Inside the Seamoth Bay, I got the module for an MK1 Seamoth death. Now we can go 300 meters below. I'm so happy for this. I also pick up a Cyclops engine efficiency module. That's going to be helpful later on once we have the Cyclops. And in order for radiation to not spread, I need to fix this area right here. I sealed all the holes I could find so the containment breach would be fixed, or at least the radiation won't spread. And here's the last one. Now the radiation level is decreasing. I then went to the locker area and picked a bunch of goodies I might need for my survivability. And then I came across this Prawn Bay, which had the Prawn. Prawn is like a humanoid armor, as you can see, that's hanging up there. And I need to scan it so I can use it. And here's what it looks like. I'm scanning the fragments so we can have the blueprint. I also plundered the cabin areas for any loots I could find and some PDAs I might be able to use. I also found the captain's quarters, but I don't really have the code right now, so I just left. I tried guessing the code using the data box, like this was Yu's birthday, and it didn't work. Thinking that I already looted everything here, I should really go to where the Sunbeam is. Because there's like 3 minutes till they arrive, and I don't want to arrive late. I totally forgot that I had the access code for the lab, so I opened it up and looted whatever I can find here.
Vessel is approaching planet's surface and initiating surface scanning procedures. Detecting massive power surge from anomalous contact. Energy discharge detected. Vessel signature lost.
As I was about to head to the Sunbeam, it got beamed. Oh no! Since I already got everything I wanted to get in Aurora, it was time to head home. I made sure to stick close to the shallow areas or besides the Aurora ship because I was really scared that the giant serpent or the Leviathan will kill me. When I got home to the Moonpool, I slapped in the module to my Seamoth. Now I can travel to the depths of 300 meters. It was time for me to man up now that I had an upgrade on my depth meter. There were lightning, eels, sharks here. It was pretty scary, honestly. I wasn't really confident that I would survive going to the life pod. But you know what? YOLO. I might survive, I might not. We'll never know until we try. And now that I found the life pod, it was time to hurriedly get everything I can here. Like the data box and then the PDA. I hurriedly went home the moment I got the 2 items I needed to get here. Next, it was time to go to life pod 19, which was like 300 meters deep. Now that I had the upgrade, that was not a problem. But it really looks so scary down here. It's like so deep with such a rocky plane. I swear, I don't play horror games for this reason. I'm always scared of surprises. I did find a wreck though, and I really want to explore this before going to the life pod. Got a blueprint for a Cyclops fire suppression system. A blueprint for a thermal plant. Also got a really good data box. I got a reinforced dive suit blueprint. Prawn suit torpedo arm. After that, I continued going to the life pod and I was so happy that I was inside this cave looking area. Because pretty sure the giant monsters can't come here. So I was safe to like explore the entirety of whatever's around this life pod. And I got a ultra high capacity tank recipe. Surrounding this place was a bunch of rubies, but I don't really have inventory space right now. I can remove some of the items I don't really need. But yeah, I can just take a few of them before going back to the surface. I made a vehicle upgrade console once I got home. With this thing, I can craft a bunch of modules for my ship, like the Seamoth. Can improve the hull of the Seamoth, and also I can add a storage module. As well as adding stuff like a perimeter defense system. I don't really have any idea how to get polyaniline right now, but that's the 4th module I'm gonna add to my Seamoth. Next up, I went to the Aurora rendezvous point. And wow, there's actually land. But I don't know how this works, but this island is flying. There's like those giant floater things stuck to the island. That's crazy. There are these trees in the island which I can cut with my knife, the bobo tree, and they actually heal a considerable amount of food and H2O. It's very nice to just eat casually while on the go. I also discovered like ruins of a previous base that has no more people inside of it. There's actually a gun in the game. It's called the Stasis rifle, and I now have the blueprint for it. On the other wreck that I saw, there was this purple tablet. It looks important because it was glowing in purple. It is important because there's even an animation for it. And finally, I climbed the last mountain to get to the last base. It didn't have anything important, but I was happy to be able to scan a bunch of rooms. I totally forgot about our goal here, which was this PDA right here. The abandoned PDA. After that was done, I went home hoping for another radio signal to go to somewhere of interest, but I never had any. I went back to the wreck where I found a lot of like prawn suit items. And I went inside now that I have a laser cutter. After opening the sealed door, I had a Cyclops docking bay repair module from the data box. While exploring around the area on the previous life pod where there were a bunch of rubies, I found an alien air vent here. Honestly, with no more radio signals and where I should go, I don't really know where I should be going. But I guess exploration is one of the key thing I should do. So it's time to like look at the deep oceans and just be brave that even if something is there to eat me, I would be safe inside my Seamoth. I seem to have stumbled upon a new biome, and this thing had like these weird looking plants, and I got some blood oils here. Not sure what it is for yet, but we got some oil. Found this really huge crack on the underwater ground. There were a lot of like pink lights. I guess you can call this pink jellyfish lights. So I went inside this place called the Jellyshroom Cave. Jelly mushrooms. So in this place, I will be able to obtain a bunch of magnetite that we need in order to upgrade our gears and our equipments. There were also a bunch of predators here and even like abandoned bases like this. I was able to scan a water filtration machine. This should solve our water problem because I really hate catching some bladderfish. It's like, I don't know, an extra work to do. But with a water filtration machine, we can just leave it to this machine to make us some water. As I explored around, I opened my eyes so wide so I can find new resources to loot. But there was really nothing that was standing out here except for the, the pink shroom jellyfishes and the giant eels that are probably aggressive if I go near them. And finally, after some struggle, I finally found a magnetite. I'll be needing more than just one piece. There's a lot of things I can craft with this thing. In order to upgrade my def module for the Seamoth, I needed an enamel glass. I wasn't sure how to get one, but I searched it up. I needed some stalker tooth. So I went to the kelp forest to search for this said stalker tooth. I wasn't too sure how it worked out, but there's a trick to this. You just need to throw a bunch of like metal salvage at stalkers, and there's a chance that they will drop their tooth. And for some reason, I actually got really lucky here because I found a bunch of tooth. I didn't need to do that trick, but I was happy to gain like a bunch of tooth. Since I now had a recipe for a multi-purpose room, I redesigned my base to circle around my Moonpool. So each time I dock to the Moonpool, I can just visit my multi-purpose rooms. So I had a lot of moving to do, like disassembling most of my stuff on my old base and moving it to the lockers on my new base. I made a similar mistake when I made this new base. I forgot to put a reinforced hull. So now it's flooded again. So I need to repair a bunch of areas here. I now placed like a bunch of reinforced hull, and now we had a certain level of base hull strength that would prevent this in the future. I'm pretty happy with this base. It's more spacious and I can access everything after I dock my Seamoth than before, where I have to go down from the Moonpool and swim to my base before. I also crafted a bioreactor inside. This would surely help me in my energy problem. The things I insert here are mostly the creepy vines since I'm very close to the kelp forest, like, just a few seconds of swimming. Then I have made like this one room where all my fabricators, modification station, radio, medical kits, coffee, vending machine are all placed. So I don't need to like go around my base to interact with these. I made a bunch of coffee machines since this is a free way of getting like liquid. They give like, I think +2 or +3 H2O. And with this, my new base should be okay now, I guess. It looks fine. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Moving forward, I searched the grassy plateau, the kelp forest, everywhere I can think of because I was lacking in copper ores. There were a bunch of rocks just around the kelp forest and the grassy plateau, so this is where I can find some silver and copper ores. With the stalker tooth, I can finally make the enameled glass. Now I can upgrade the def module for my Seamoth. So I crafted the Stasis rifle and I wanted to check how it works. So actually make something freeze or stay in place, just as the name of the rifle, it puts it on a stasis phase, I guess. I guess the entire monster that's inside that circle is in a stasis. Cool. So I now had an improved Seamoth module. I can now dive through like 500 meters under. But I was lacking the lithium to make the MK3. I was honestly lacking in so many stuff, not just lithium. Also gel sack, so I can make an aerogel with gel sack plus ruby. So I set out on an adventure again to collect more resources. After looking around for so long, I finally found a gel sack. And I had a mistake of like eating it. Anyhow, with my new def module, I can finally explore like lower areas of this place. I'm not sure what this place is called. I think this is the reef, the Great Reef. There were a lot of these teleporting aliens that sometimes teleport you out of your ship, and I really hate them. They're so annoying. I hate them so much. Yeah, man. I hate them. I hate them. And look, they can kill you, and I can't do anything to them. Where's my ship? I hate it how I can't locate my Seamoth directly. Imagine if there was a Leviathan here. I would already have died. They would eat me raw because I'm not inside my Seamoth. While looking around for materials, I also saw these really giant crabs with long legs. What are these? Dang, I'm just happy they're not hostile. These gel sacks are pretty rare. It took me a while to actually find them. And oh my god, as I was like looking for gel sacks, I saw like a giant snake. It's the Leviathan. Oh my god, I had to turn back and run away. I was so scared. I just panicked inside. Good thing it did not notice me at all. I was traumatized after that. I had to head home now. I immediately went to the surface as much as possible. I just didn't want to stay down there anymore. It was in complete darkness as I head home towards the base at the surface level. I was thinking that maybe the Leviathan doesn't swim up. It's like only stays like below, like deep in the ocean. I honestly had everything I need already. I just didn't have the lithium to make the plastasteel ingot. I need to look for lithium. I'm really lacking the resource. So I went to the area where there were a lot of sand sharks again. They were very aggressive. I hate them so much. I was just looking for the dark rocks so I can get some lithium along with some diamonds. But it's really hard to find those rocks. I think this is not the best place to find them or look for them. I really need something else that would help me in search for those rocks that I need. Since it was hard for me to locate the dark rocks, I just decided to like explore some wrecks. Maybe I can find those rocks while exploring the wrecks. I was needing a bunch of equipments or hoping to find new blueprints from searching these wrecks. So I found these floating island-like place while I was looking around. I think I was at the island that was above me, the huge island with the floaters. So I found another wreck here. I was hoping I could find something good inside. I actually found a prawn suit fragment. I was happy for this discovery. I just need like 2 more and I should be able to make the prawn suit. Also found a data box that contained like the swim charge fins. What it basically does is every time I swim, it would charge the battery on my current tool. After searching that wreck, it was time to look for my current goal, which was to look for more lithium. I really couldn't find any. I was like devastated. How do I find the lithium? I remember a biome which gave me lithium, but I don't remember where. So finally, I made this scanner room HUD chip. What this basically does is if I have it equipped, I can see whatever I was searching for in the scan room. I've also been receiving these unknown radio messages that can't really translate that much. I'm assuming they are aliens. So with this HUD, the scanner room HUD, I can locate now the items that I need that I scanned wherever they're located. So like I said, it's pretty handy if I'm looking for stuff. So I had an idea of just putting like the scanner room near the biomes that had the dark rocks I was looking for. For now, I went to the blood kelp zone. This was what this area was called. And I collected another blood oil. I needed some benzene. So I was like just trying to loot some blood oils where there is like squid soldiers, squid and predators that are guarding the place. I also grabbed a bunch of deep mushroom as I needed them. I wanted to make the synthetic fibers that the reinforced diving suit needed. I wasn't needing to use the radiation suit anymore since I fixed that problem at Aurora. So after getting all the materials, I now have the reinforced diving suit. This will greatly protect me from enemies. The damage would be reduced by so much. I went back to the mushroom biome as I remembered getting some lithium underground. And it did not disappoint since I got like the dark rock. But I got like not the ore that I needed. But I was still hoping that I can find some lithium down here. Just like looking around. I honestly wasted so much time looking for lithium that there was a more efficient way of doing this. And finally, I found the last fragment I need so I can now craft the Cyclops. It also needed the plastasteel ingot, which I don't have lithium for. So that's the same problem I have currently as making an MK3 module for my Seamoth. I can't believe how late I am to discover about the scanner room. It's honestly amazing at locating a bunch of stuff. It saves me a lot of time just to find like the ores I need. With that in mind, I deconstructed my scanner room and I'm gonna put it near a biome which had a lot of those dark stones or lithium. It found me lithium, but it's those giant ones that I can't mine. I'm so sad. I really need the prawn suit. So instead, I look for some shell chunks. They usually contain diamond or lithium. So that should help me find a lot of lithium. I can't believe that they were just here all along. It was just really hard to spot because their color blends in with the environment. But with the scanner, yeah, I'm so happy. With all the materials available, I have made the Cyclops. It's actually a giant ship, and I think it's gonna be really hard to operate since it's very huge, but it should be able to protect me from those large lizards as well. And wow, this thing is actually huge. Like, there are storages down here and a bunch of other stuff. The top of the ship, there's so many buttons. I swear to God, I hate stuff that's complicated. I just want to ride like the Seamoth Go. There's even a silent running. There's like external camera system. I guess this is for checking what's in my behind. And some stats like health and I don't know what the other thing is. To start the engine as well. There's also a built-in compass. It's actually pretty cool. For now, I turned the Cyclops off as I really didn't need it at the moment. The Cyclops is powered by power cells. I don't really have a power cell charger yet. I only have the normal battery charger. So for now, I just replace it with a full batteries. I finally have the MK3 module on my Seamoth, so I can now descend up to like 900 meters. So I went to the blood kelp area just to, you know, explore deeper and deeper wherever the water takes me. I wanted to explore what was on the bottom of the side of the ocean, but it was so dark and honestly I'm scared. And even the PDA warned me that there might be a huge bottom-dwelling life form down here. So obviously I ran away. I didn't want to explore here any longer. I gotta go. I instead went to the blood kelp biome and continued descending until I reached like the bottom floor or something. I eventually stumbled upon a place called the Lost River. And there were like poisonous water here that damages me if I ever go near it or submerge in it. It looks actually like a river because I guess these poisonous water has a different kind of density than water. One of my goal here actually was to get a bunch of rubies and hopefully some nickel ores. I didn't really know where to find them, but I was hoping it was here since it's a new area and I needed nickel ore to progress further. Exploring further, I saw the remains of a giant monster. This is like, my size is like enough to swallow me whole, I guess. So huge. As I went further, I actually saw a Leviathan. I don't know. I think it's a ghost Leviathan. How do you call it? I already like really wanted to leave already. I was scared of this, but it looks pretty small to be threatening actually. But I'm not gonna take my chances. I want to survive, not die. So as much as possible, I'm gonna stay away from it. Well, I said that and it actually noticed me. I have to hide. Like this corner of this rock right here. Might not be able to reach, I think. Hopefully. Yikes. I think he's trapping us here. It's like he's letting his presence know that we're here. Or not, he ignored us. Oh, let's repair this first, just in case. It was at this moment I realized that it can actually reach me. I definitely should run away. Because my HP is going down. Yep, we're about to die. But it's okay. Let's just move as fast as we can. Like, going through rocks should hinder its movements. And this is gone, yeah. Anyhow, I continued my search for materials, but I couldn't really find anything of interest aside from rubies that I need. There are also the sulfurs underneath this cave. It was poisonous, so I have to act fast. Yeah, I just have to pick these up fast and go back to my Seamoth. Good thing I carried like about 2 medkits in case of emergencies. I wonder what this creature was, but it's huge. Oh my god, it can't compare to the Leviathan that tried to like hurt us. Oh, it's back. God dang. Anyways, I was hoping that the skeleton had like a rare item, you know, just like your usual RPG games. Usually the bones of a giant monster has a legendary item inside, but I don't think so. So let's just leave. Look, I found a abandoned base underwater. I wonder what this is. And I swear to god, I really hate these octopus with the sights that can teleport you out of your freaking Seamoth or something. They're very annoying. Anyhow, that was an adventure. It was time to get home and have a good rest. I got some rubies, but no nickel ores. I'm not sure where I can find them, but I'm pretty sure should be able to find them there because I'm not sure where else I should go. Since I got like some crystalline sulfur, I made a Cyclops fire suppression module that I can add to the modules. My Cyclops doesn't really have a lot of upgrades right now because I don't really have the materials to make the modules. But we'll eventually get there. And I really need that prawn suit armor because, you know, so I can dock it on my Cyclops so I have a prawn suit while I explore. I got another radio message that our PDA can't like translate, so there's no point to listening to this. I also received another radio message that LifePod 2's coordinate was attached, so we have another mission to go to. The LifePod 2. Looking at the map, it's pretty far, but I think we got this. For now though, I went to the Aurora first. I wanted to scan the remaining prawn suits. I didn't last time I visited here. I only scanned 1, so currently I have like 2 out of 4. I scanned another prawn suit as you can see like previously on a certain wreck. So we just need like 2 more prawn suit and I should be able to make one. Alright, so prawn suits. Let me just extinguish the fire surrounding this thing. I'll scan this up. It's crazy how the fires don't really progress. I know it's a game, but you would imagine that the Aurora would have exploded by now. It's been a while. Anyways, we have the prawn suit now. Imagine if the Leviathan just wanted to like, you know, take a bite at us and just leave. I'm just happy that it's not showing up at all whenever I visit this place. But I'm still scared, so I want to look at my back each time. Upon returning home, I got another alien message again. I didn't really care much since I can't really understand. Alright, you destroyed mode blank patrol. Okay. It seems I was still lacking more lithium, so I made a scanner room again on this biome to get more shell chunks to get the lithium. I was preparing to make the prawn suit now, and with the prawn suit we can mine those giant lithium ores. That should solve our problem. And after gathering materials, I now crafted a prawn suit. Let's go! I was thinking that maybe the prawn suit would be really slow, but it doesn't seem as slow as I thought. It also has a jetpack to fly regarding mountains like this. I know that there's a grappling arm and I should really get it. Because, you know, grappling like Spider-Man would be fun. Looking at my modules, I actually don't have a recipe for a grappling arm. And I was so disappointed. I needed to look for the grappling arm fragments in order to swing like Spider-Man in the ocean. I also needed to get more of the crystalline sulfur so I can get the jump upgrade module. Aside from that, I don't really need anything else for my prawn suit. So yeah, the crystalline sulfur is my priority right now since I can craft it. Next would be the grappling hook. I need to go back here to the Lost River again to look for the sulfur. I tried making a scanner room at the Lost River, but actually I just realized how dumb I am because I'm using a solar panel and there's no sunlight down here. So of course it wouldn't work. I'm so dumb. Anyhow, I haven't stumbled upon this place yet as I never saw these alien looking mechanical arms thingy. I think they're studying the giant fish, the giant skeleton fish that we see here. So these are actually called the alien sensors. I also found a door here, but this thing like required a tablet, an orange tablet. So I don't really have that. So I can't really go in. So back to my original goal, I wanted to look for the crystalline sulfurs so I can make the jump module. And while exploring around, I found this giant purplish blue tree and what seems to be like there's no more poison here. It's not poison lakes anymore, I believe. So this thing was actually called a giant cove tree. And yeah, the water isn't poisonous down here compared to the green one. I eventually stumbled upon nickel ore and I was very happy that there's actually nickel ores here. Now I can go and collect some nickel ore so I can craft those stuff I couldn't craft before. But the problem was, it was pretty rare. I rarely saw any nickel ore anywhere here. I couldn't really explore deeper with my Seamoth as my limit was 900 meters and we're already at like 890. And I was curious to see what lied deeper from this place. It was like a waterfall and some place way deeper. But I don't think I have the oxygen capacity to continue going down. So I just decided to just come back later once our Cyclops and our prawn suits are ready to explore the deeper areas of the ocean. Since I couldn't really find any more nickel ore, I decided to just go home now and be happy with the crystalline sulfur and some of the nickel ores I found. I think I just have around 2 or 3. It was time to craft the jump module and next was to locate or find the prawn suit grappling hook. As I got home, it seems I was lacking in lithium again. There's never enough supply of lithium on my base and I hate it. Anyways, while I was on my way to the biome which had the whale chunks, I decided to use the prawn suit so I can try drilling with my drill arm. So with the scanner room, I looked for lithium around the area. I slapped in some modules from my scanner room to expand the area plus increase the speed. So now all I have to do is wait. So with the drill arms, I can drill these large ores and they actually contain a bunch of the smaller versions of them. So now I'm very satisfied that I made this prawn suit. It was so worth the effort of going back to Aurora and making this because now I can mine lithium. And we can't really explore the deeper oceans without the prawn suit and the Cyclops, because they are the only ones that can go deeper than 900 meters once we have the modules. So I tried out using the prawn suit to go to Life Pod 2 at like 500 meters below. It should be able to withstand like maybe Leviathan attacks if ever they attack me. I think it's more, what do you call this, hard or have a higher defense compared to the Seamoth. I'm not sure, but it feels like it does. So yeah, I should be able to withstand anything that might try to kill us. But I would really like it if I had a grappling arm. But well, we'll get it eventually. And per usual, after reaching the area where the life pod is, I immediately tried to get the PDA and left the scene. I then found another wreck and scanned a power cell charger, along with the grappling arm fragment. I explored the entire perimeter of the wreck, but I couldn't find any more fragments for the arm and the power cell. I think I need to look for another wreck. I went to the previous area where we got a bunch of prawn suit arms, because I haven't fully explored this place, I believe. And I was right, because I actually found the prawn suit grappling arm. And this would mean we have the blueprint now. So excited, I went home immediately to craft it. I also crafted a bunch of Cyclops module. I don't really have any plan of using the Cyclops yet, but it's nice to have it ready, when I want it. So with the prawn suit and grappling arm, traveling became much faster. I use it to propel me forward by grappling on the side of a rocks or something. And with my jetpack, I just tried to levitate so I can maintain the speed where I tried grappling. So for now, I wanted to explore at the Lost River again, deeper this time. Because with this prawn suit, I can go as deep as 1,300 meters below. My goal was to get more nickel ores as well as exploring what lies in the deep. It's honestly so fun swinging around with the grappling hook. I really like it when I use it properly and it would propel me very fast forward. I gathered a bunch of lithium because I know this is gonna be an annoying thing later on when we're lacking lithium again. I didn't want to set up my scanner room near the biomes that has lithium. I really hate how nickel ores are pretty hard to find. I don't know, maybe I just can't spot them, but they're pretty scarce in this area. Maybe they don't spawn here. So I should look for another area. I was hoping to find a giant rock of nickel so I can mine it with my prawn suit. But since I couldn't really find any, I just decided to descend towards the lower floors or the lower levels. And it was looking like a place with magma down here. And it was filled with magma. This place was called the Inactive Lava Zone. And surely enough, hopefully we can get the kyanite we're looking for as well. And yes, I did find some kyanite. They're not very hard to find. They have this glowing blue color. So yeah, they're better and easier to find than the nickel. I hope I can find nickel. As I was swimming around, I found this really giant fish. I think it's a Leviathan as well. I don't know what to call this thing. An octopus Leviathan that spews fire. Let's call it the Magma Leviathan then. Not sure what its name is. Anyhow, I continued my exploration, totally ignoring the Leviathan, but I think it saw me. When it saw me, it actually fired a bunch of fireball in my face. I don't know, maybe his accuracy is really bad, but he can't hit me. I'm like one of those protagonists with plot armor or something. I explored deeper, ignoring the Leviathan since she can't really hit me for some reason. So I just checked this giant mountain, see if there's any interesting here. I climbed up to the top of this mountain in the inactive lava zone, but there's really nothing here. But at least I have a full, visual of what's underneath me. But like I said, there's nothing here and I can't really see anything because of the fog. But I do see the giant magma leviathans. I found a giant skull of a reaper down here. So I guess there might be reapers here? Or I don't know, maybe these are leftovers of a leviathan that just came home. They don't eat the bones? So I found a giant hole, but it was like 1,300 meters deep already. I can't really go here with my Cyclops or it would explode probably. So I just left my Cyclops above. I didn't want to jump down here because I knew it was this deep. So I was at the active lava zone currently. And I'm not sure what's in here. But I need to upgrade my depth module first for the prawn suit before I can come here. And with the Kyanite, I should be able to do that. So it was time to go home and make some upgrades on our modules. I'm so glad I was able to make it home. I only had 2 battery left on my prawn suit. Imagine if this ran out of battery. I need to like bring an extra battery if ever. So with the Kyanite, I made the prawn suit depth module MK2. Currently, the amount of energy my base made was very low, so I made a thermal plant near a lava eruption area, I guess. And I would be connecting this with a power transmitter. Hopefully it would work out and would give my base some energy. So with this, I connected a bunch of power transmitter towards my base. And yeah, I really was hoping it would work out because I only have some solar panels and a bioreactor to power up my base. And I guess I have installed so many things already that it takes a bunch of electricity. So with the MK2 module, I can now go about 1,700 meters deeper. I can now explore the active lava zone with this. Currently, I have no clue what my goal is right now. I haven't been receiving any more radio messages. So all I did, or all I'm doing at the moment, would be just upgrading everything I have. So if ever we have another distress call or a radio message that required us to go even deeper or somewhere dangerous, at least I should be prepared already. So just gathered a bunch of materials all over the ocean like coppers and silver. I've been missing out a lot on those, but I do have an excess on other materials that come along with silver and copper rocks, like the chunks. Silver and iron are very precious as they're a source of making the wiring kits and advanced wiring kits. Without any clue of what to do, I wanted to investigate the place where the Sunbeam was destroyed. I never really thought of going to the rendezvous point of the Sunbeam, so it was now time to go to the rendezvous point. Because I should have when I had the timer on from the start, but I didn't, so now we're going. So yeah, look at the grappling action. I just hop and grapple around and fly with my prawn suit. It's honestly fun and faster than the Seamoth if I grapple correctly. I think it's the best mode of transportation at the moment. Look at how fast I'm gliding. I eventually reached an area called the mountain, and it was a mountain. I didn't want to leave my prawn suit under the water, so I tried my best to grapple above. I'm pretty scared whatever was down here because it looks really deep. So as much as possible, yeah, I want my prawn suit up here. Since my PDA warned me of something, I'm pretty sure this was the right place to go. An area of interest, of course. And oh my god, there's so many, whale chunks and even lithium down here. I should have went here when the Sunbeam rendezvous point was available. I wouldn't have any problem with lithium, diamond, and the shell chunk items if only I went here when it prompted me to. I was so busy at the Aurora and other stuff gathering things. Well, anyways, I gathered a bunch of lithium because I might need it as well. Exploring the island, I found a lot of alien tech right here. I'm not sure what this thing was, but with my scanner, it told me this was a alien arc. It seems that in order to make this work, I need something like an ion cube, but I don't really have that item. So I guess I'll just go look around for other areas. I eventually found a giant alien-looking establishment. So I really want to explore inside and see what I can loot. I picked up a bunch of purple tablets along the way. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be needing this, because usually when an item is nearby a station or a base, they're pretty useful. I had to dive in the ocean because I couldn't really find an entrance to this place. I had to look around. Hopefully there's no Leviathan or anything that would kill us down here, because I don't really have a ship to protect me right now. I'm just happy to find an entrance, because honestly I'm very scared whatever is down here. Whatever is down in the ocean, basically. And I was right. We do need the purple tablet to do anything down here. With this tablet placed on the table, I don't know what to call that. But anyways, the force field to the entrance is gone, so now I can enter. So this thing just in front of me is actually an elevator that levitates me up. Pretty cool, I guess. So we just fly towards the floor we want to go to. So exploring the alien base, I found some data terminals, so I downloaded them. I also got myself some ion cubes that were just, being displayed. Aside from the ion cube and data terminals, there was really nothing above. So I went down. There were more ion cubes here, and I'm happy to take them because maybe we'll be needing a bunch of them later on. I found a alien rifle. I was hoping that I could craft one and use it, but I guess it's just data and like information in our database. There was also this doomsday device that could wipe the entire planet in just one go. Crazy. So I was on my way to the new area. I scanned myself, and the PDA said I may have a bacterial infection, and I had a scene here where I revealed my arms. Oh no! Yeah, the only thing important I found here was this thing, so I interacted with it. The moment I placed my arm, it was trapped, and I had no choice but to take this injection.
The panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
So I'm currently infected, and because I'm infected, I can't disable the weapon. So I guess no ship can leave or enter the planet until we disable this thing. I guess this is the thing that fired the giant laser beam towards the Sunbeam. Beam. So I guess I need to find a way to cure my infection. I wasn't really sure how to do that, but for now, I think I'll be visiting those areas that I visited before that required an ion cube. I now have an ion cube. So I placed the ion cube, and what looks like a portal opened up. So curious, I went inside, but nothing happened. But then I tried touching it again, and I got teleported. I wasn't entirely sure where I teleported to, but I checked out my map. It seems I was teleported to the island. You know, the island with the 3 wrecks I found. That was the Aurora rendezvous point, the floating island. And interesting. But I didn't really have anything to do here, so I just explored around the area of the portal before I left and went back. Because I left my prawn suit there. I'm not leaving it. So after that discovery, I went home and see what I can do from here. So I checked on my data bank, and I had like alien facility locations. So I guess this is the next goal right now. The disease research facility and the thermal power facility. They were pretty deep, so I assume they're at the Lost River. So it was time again to dive to deep waters and explore the Lost River. I also needed some nickel ore, so I don't really mind. And surely at around 800 meters deep, I found the alien facility. I was very happy to find even more ion cubes here, because I think I'm gonna be needing even more of them. I got a bunch more ion cubes and data terminals here, so surely this would help me into finding out how to cure myself. I also saw a bunch of displays here, like some sea dragon eggs, some creatures of the sea. So I just scanned most of them, and I'll take a read later. Since I was done looking at everything in this facility, I checked my databank for all the things I found out. And you remember how I had like green skin and flu-like symptoms? I guess I'm at stage 2 right now. So once we reach stage 4, we're basically dead. So next was I explored the inactive lava area, because the next facility that we need to find was at around 1,200 meters deep. So it was somewhere around here, so I need to look all over the place. I explored a lot at the inactive lava area, but I couldn't find it. But then I got this really weird message. I am what you seek, want to help you. I'm not sure what this thing is, but it looks like a sea creature. It actually looked like this giant guy right here. I'm just so glad that he did not notice me as I ran away from it. I was like just beside it. Oh my god. So I found a facility deep down in the active lava region. As you can see, it's a big place full of lava. So I tried my best and hopefully I won't step on lava. I'm so glad that I had 2 grappling hooks right now because it made me like be more mobile. There seems to be like a force field inside this place, so I think I'm pretty safe. And checking out the station, I needed to insert like a blue tablet, which I don't have. I only have a purple tablet. So I guess I can't really do anything much here. I think I need to visit the lab first at around the 1,200 meters deep. So I went back up to the inactive lava zone to search for it. As I was looking around for the alien facility, that creature once again spoke with me telepathically, I think. Because, like, you know, I can see it. It's not like it's on my screen or something. But I guess she's communicating with me on my mind. Looking at my map, I already explored the entire place, but I just can't find the dang alien facility. So I kept looking around until eventually I found it. It was at this mountain-like place. Like, oh my god, it was so hidden I didn't even notice it. So I went inside until eventually I found it. The giant box that looked like an alien facility. There was this really cute alien robot that looked like a crab. So I just scanned it. I just wanted to check about it. I also found a giant ion cube that I needed my prawn suit for. I just left my prawn suit at the entrance thinking I didn't need it inside. So I have to get it back. Drill, drill, drill. Drill, drill, drill. I also saw another portal, so I inserted the ion cube. I wasn't planning on going in yet until I explored the entire place first. I eventually found the area which contained the blue tablet. Now I can continue on to the active lava zone or the deeper layer.
Come here. To me.
Where is here exactly? But anyways, let's look for it. I guess it's relating to the blue tablet. We need to open up the one at the deeper layer at the active lava zone. I then opened up another area which I had downloaded some data. Since I was done looking around, it was time to check whatever was the side of this portal. I seem to have been teleported all the way to the mountainside, like the upper part of the map. Since I already explored here before, the very first alien area we have explored, I went back to the portal to go to the deeper lava areas now. And with the blue tablet, I should be able to open this door now. I just need to avoid all the large monsters lurking around. But worry not, I felt really safe because I knew there was a force field here that would protect me. Aha. But for some reason, this thing got in and I was so scared. But it went back though, so we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. I know that the giant fire monsters, fire actually still went in. So I stayed at my prawn suit for a while until like they disappeared and like leave me alone. Anyways, I inserted the blue tablet and now I can access the area. And there was another giant ion cube that I could drill. Nice. So my PDA like translated an announcement, I guess, that the vaccination program was terminated. Emperor C hatching was terminated. So I don't know what to do now. Except for mining this thing. I downloaded a bunch of data that was available on site. So the one I currently downloaded was the Enzyme 42 project. I guess this would be the one that would cure the current infection that I have. There was another area here that needed another blue tablet, but I didn't have one anymore. But once I picked up the first blue tablet, I now had the recipe to craft one. So I needed to go home first and craft one and then come back here. There were a bunch of portal areas in this place. About 4 of them. So I can go through different locations if I wanted to. So I'm gonna check out all of the locations one by one. For the first portal, it took me somewhere around the Craig field. I haven't really explored this area, and I probably won't because I feel scared of exploring like very dark areas in the ocean. Just checking the outside of the portal, I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Next, I was sent to somewhere along the mushroom biome, but it looks like there's poison everywhere. Checking out the entrance, I think I'm around the Lost River maybe, because I only know that the Lost River is around 600 meters deep with poison around it. The third one took me to the mushroom biome, which was pretty close to my base, and I don't really feel scared on the mushroom biome. It feels like it's safe here. Right, so for the last one, it took me to the Kush zone. I think the Kush zone was the most dangerous zone of all. I'm 100% not gonna explore here at all. Yep, definitely not going out here. Kinda scary. Anyway, I chose the portal at the mushroom biome to go out and go back home so I can craft the blue tablet. I actually got a radio message when I got home.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese!
Okay.
Well, that was a funny radio message. Anyways, I guess we have to go back to Aurora. We now have the code to open the captain's quarters. I honestly just enjoy swinging around with a prawn suit. It's so fun. Especially if like I do it properly and I get boost so fast. It's just fun. Anyways, while I was boarding the Aurora, I saw the giant Leviathan at the distance. Hopefully it doesn't come near us. Look how menacing it looks. It's honestly just threatening us with its presence. I hate it. Yeah, go away. Go away. I guess he just likes to stay in this place because he knows there might be like food nearby. I unlocked the door to the captain's quarters and downloaded some data and also got a data box. It has the recipe for a Neptune escape rocket so we can get off this planet as soon as we can. Upon reaching home, I immediately went to the mobile vehicle bay and checked the recipe for the launch platform. But I needed a bunch of titanium and I was running low on it. So I had to like look for a lot of metal salvage as I needed a lot of titanium. And with enough materials, I crafted the platform. But I think I made a huge mistake of crafting it here. Because look at my Cyclops. I have to immediately run over to my Cyclops and move it away. Or else something bad might happen. I tried my best to move as fast as I can. But I think I was too late. And my Neptune got just a bit damaged. That's all. But there was one problem here. Our first base, the shuttle we crash landed in this planet, was there. So now the launch platform is tilted. But I don't think it matters. The rocket will be tilted, but we still go like, above. Next one we needed to craft was the Neptune gantry. And I needed some plasteel ingot, meaning I still need to farm more of the freaking titanium and also some lithium. But I think I already have a lot of lithium. Alright, the gantry is done. Next up were the boosters, and I needed more plasteel ingot as well as a nickel ore. I was actually missing just one nickel ore. That's so annoying. I need to go back to the Lost River again to get like one ore. But yeah, what can I do? I just need to go to the river and look for just that one nickel ore and we'll be done. But I'll gather even more because it might need more nickel ore on the next, the next structure, the next part of the rocket. For now, I decided to go back to the alien ship and give like the blue tablet so we can access the area we couldn't access before. There's just water here, but I guess it wants me to submerge in the water. Could this be a trap? We'll find out. Definitely though, I'm bringing my prawn suit so I survived this. So what's in here? You remember that thing that tried to contact us? It's actually this sea emperor right here.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it, as they did.
Okay. So upon exploring the area, I found these eggs, the Sea Emperor eggs. I guess she wants me to help her out regarding these eggs. I inserted the ion cube that I have, and it powered up this machine right here. It says to insert a hatching enzyme. I don't really have it.
Need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
I think she means like the cure to our sickness or the disease that spread in this planet. When I went to this portal, I thought she was gonna eat me, but she was just blowing the sand off this portal. They should activate now by inserting like a ion cube.
The passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
I thought I was at the end game already, but looking at the recipe for the blueprint, oh my god, I need to go to a lot of different places to get all those different samples. For the portal, it leads outside the first alien base we have found at the mountains. For now, I'm going back to the lava zone to collect the nickel ore that I need to make their rocket boosters. And I don't know what this thing is doing up here, and it's pretty hostile. He's swimming in the air. That's crazy. I had a hard time looking for nickel ores. I don't know, man. They're just so rare. I can't find some. Maybe my eyes are just like, having a hard time looking for the nickel ore. But yeah, I just can't find some. Oh, finally, one nickel ore. Let's go. When I was on my way back to the surface, I actually found a giant nickel ore. And I don't know. I spent so much time looking for one nickel ore when I can just find like this big one right here. So I mined a bunch so I won't be looking for any more nickel ores. I'll have a bunch of them at the base already. I also grabbed one of the ghost weed I needed for the enzyme recipe. And while I was on my way home, I did not notice that my prawn suit doesn't have battery anymore. And oh my god, I'm still like 600 meters deep under like the kelp forest. It suddenly ran out of battery and I didn't have any extra with me. I'm losing control and I couldn't fly anymore. I noticed late that I had no more battery. I have to leave this prawn suit here and come back with a battery. I'm so sad. So immediately I swam to the surface because I wasn't sure if there's anything that will try to eat me from down there. So the surface is my safest bet of going home safely. And I can breathe some oxygen up here. I also made a stop to pick up the seed right here, the eye stalk. I only needed like 3 more things and I can craft the enzyme and we can save the baby eggs, the baby sea emperors. So I crafted some batteries and made my way to the prawn suit. I was just so glad that I didn't die when going to my prawn suit. We are like 600 meters deep with nothing but our sea glider. Before I went home though, I stopped by the mushroom biome to grab a sample. That's 3 out of 5. I then went back to the place where the Sea Emperor was and grabbed the Sea Crown just right there, sitting there peacefully. Now that's 4 out of 5, just last one left, which would be the bulb, which is at the Kush zone, the bulb zone, which there is a Reaper, I believe. I returned home for now because I was so tired with everything that happened. So I made my way to the bulb zone to try and get a sample. I wanted to do this really fast because I really did not want to encounter any Leviathan at all. So I just grabbed my knife, poked it, and ran away as fast as I could. As fast as I could, yeah. And with everything gathered, I now had the hatching enzyme. For now, since I had collected the nickel ore, I continued constructing the rocket that would launch me out of this place. The next thing we needed were some ion-powered cell. I'm not sure if I had the materials, probably not, since I can't continue with the craft. So I gathered a bunch of materials that I was lacking to make the battery. And after that was done, I crafted the fuel reserve. Alright, we're almost there. But I had a problem. I didn't have the Cyclops shield generator. I needed to look for the data box that contained this recipe. Oh no! So upon my research, it seems that the data box was somewhere at the Great Reef in a Sebasi base, or Degazi base. So I grabbed my prawn suit and dived to the Great Reef area. Hopefully we can find the base as soon as we can. I didn't really want to encounter anything here. I honestly looked everywhere, but I couldn't find the base. I don't know where it is. I just like kept circling around the area. I was so happy to find a wreck and a data box. I was so hopeful and excited that this is the Cyclops hull or the Cyclops shield generator. But as I approached it, it only contained or gave me some titanium. What? I continued my search, but I really couldn't find it. Like, oh my god, where is it? And we were spotted by the blue Leviathan. I had to run away as fast as I can. Hopefully he doesn't chase me. Oh my god. Oh my god, he actually is chasing me. He saw me. And I bet he's looking at me right now. Oh my god, he actually turned his head. We gotta run fast. Gotta run fast. I hate this. Okay, I don't know if the prawn suit can turn off lights, but I think maybe it noticed us because we had lights on. Finally, after a long search, we found it. We actually have been here already before. I just didn't explore the entirety of the base. So I grabbed the data box that contained the Cyclops shield generator. And finally, we can make that rocket ship. Went home immediately because I was so stressed out by the Leviathan back at the Great Reef. I then went to the Cyclops to craft the shield generator. Yes! And finally, the last part of the rocket ship. I think. Hopefully, I'm tired. Let it be finished. And yes, it was the last part. We have finished the rocket. We just need to color it and name it. I like this color. This is fine. Yeah. Time to go back to the giant sea emperor. So I went back to the island so I can give the hatching enzymes to the babies that are about to hatch. Remember that there was a portal here. I'm gonna take it towards that area where we had been earlier. Yeah, we're almost there. And imagine like a sudden Leviathan just came and ate us and then we died and the game is over and it's over. Anyhow, I inserted the hatching enzymes and look as the magic happens. Aw, babies.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seas to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
Man, it's so sad that she's so big. She can't escape this place. I guess she just chose to sleep. So I touch the concentrated enzyme 42. I then scanned myself, and I'm now healthy.
Complete. Vital
Wow!
signs normal.
It was time to say goodbye to the giant sea monster and go outside and meet her babies that are swimming happily. Wow, hopefully they'll not become food to the Reaper that's lurking here. So before I leave the place, I went inside so I can disarm the laser beam. Alright, it should be safe to launch our rocket now and leave the planet. We have turned off the crazy weapon already. As I was on my way home, just swinging from a rock to rock, I saw... You know what I saw? It's a Reaper. I guess it already ate the babies. Oh no. I went on a detour to the island instead. Instead of like going from under, I'm gonna go from up. Because I'm scared of that freaking Leviathan. It was time to say goodbye to this planet once and for all. It's time to board our tilted launch pad because I was so dumb to put it there. But anyways, it shouldn't matter. Even if there's like water underneath, you can see it. It shouldn't matter at all and we'll be launched to space. It wasn't 100-day journey, but 106-day journey to survive in this planet. So yeah, subscribe. So I turned on everything that needs to be turned on because I'm about to launch to outer space. And this should be the last one. It was now time to sit down, relax, and fly.
Systems are go for liftoff.
So yeah, thank you guys again for watching our 100-day adventure in Subnautica. 106 days actually. But yes, here's the ending to our adventure. Yeah, so if you like the video, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. If you want to watch more of my 100-day videos, you can check my playlist. There are a bunch of other games I played for 100 days. So again, thanks for watching.